Hey folks, Jim here, aka Pal Over Dead. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to issue 16 of Stormbringer magazine. Now obviously, this is miles out of place, but before we jump into that, first off, if you like these videos, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and of course, drop me a comment down below. I love hearing back from you guys. It goes a massive way to helping out the channel too. Now, obviously issue 16 was 11 weeks ago. I've only just got it because I've had to order it online because genuinely been let down. I normally go collect these from a newsagent who they order them specially for me. Issue 16 hadn't turned up, and in all honesty, issue 25 still hasn't turned up as well, which is really frustrating, so I think I'm going to have to order that as well. But I have now finally got issue 16. So issue 16 was our first bit of scenery, which is scenery you can't actually buy now, if I remember rightly. This is pretty cool, good old bits of kit. So we have the giant skeletal skulls, we have these rocky pools and such like, and gas clouds and crystals and everything like that. With scenery, for me personally, the best way to paint it is spray paint your base coats and yeah, have a bit of fun with it. So I'm not going to lie, I'm going to spray two different colours on these. So I am going to spray the bone parts differently from the kind of stone. So the stone, it will be grey, the bone parts in all honesty, I'll spray them wraith bone because it'll make it far easier for me later on. I may even do the crystals in wraith bone so they have a brighter highlight to them later on, and yeah, it'll go from there. But otherwise, I'm finally able to say I've got this issue, I can get going with it whenever I get a chance. But yeah, happy days, really good stuff. When I get issue 25, there will be a video on that as well. When that's going to be, I don't know, so either it might turn up at where I collect it from before I get to order it, or it's going to be a case of I'm going to order it and it's going to turn up and I might end up with two copies. It is what it is. But finally, a bit of scenery from Stormbringer magazine, and the collection's almost completely on track. So, because I don't want to be without any issues, in all honesty. Anyway, moving on. First off, we go into the magazine. We're greeted by the monsters of the Dead Lands. So, obviously this is going through all this monsters kind of grimoire in a way. So, in all my years escaping monsters, you know what I fear the most? Silence and stillness. Gur's a savage place, but you know where you stand with it. It's when the monsters stop roaring and the ground stops trembling that you know you're in real trouble. There are places in Gur too dangerous for anything living. There are countless cursed spots full of death magic. Now Sigmar and his crusaders want us to take these Deadlands back. If you find yourself in the Deadlands, watch out for anything that seems like it might be magical. If, like most of us, you don't know magic from your left shoe, trust your nose. Chances are, if you smell rot, there's something big and dead hunting you. If you don't smell rot, something big, dead and cunning is hunting you. Either way, be ready and keep your weapon close to hand at all times. So going through, obviously we're getting more information about the different large creatures and monsters within the mortal realms. And first off, we have the Arachnarok spiders, giant spiders utilised by the Gloomspite Gits. Some of them have these big constructs on their back where the Gloomspite Gits like to, hang off of, chuck spears off of and such like, and generally be a bit of a nuisance with. But they're really cool. I kind of like them, although I really hate spiders in real life. But yeah, that's not too bad. It's a pretty cool idea as well, and we've got good fun. If you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, Shelob is obviously an Arachnarok style spider when you compare it to good old Warhammer. Then you have zombie dragons. The zombie dragons are pretty cool as well. The kit for them can also be made into a Terrorgeist, which is pretty damn cool. Part of the Forces of Death range as well. So you can utilise them in vampire armies, you can utilise them in ghoul armies, and such like. So pretty damn good in all honesty. Then you have the Gothisar Harvesters. Gothisar harvest part of the Ossiarch Bone Reapers armies, and they literally do that. They kind of go along, harvest all the bones and all the souls, and then those can be utilised by the Ossiarch Bone Reapers Soul Masons and Construct Masons and such like to then create new Ossiarch Bone Reapers and even new weird fangled bone creatures and such like. But yeah, pretty damn cool and pretty big and just weird looking in all honesty, but really, really good stuff. Then we had part 2 of the story. So our first story, which was Spearhead. So across the Mortal Realms, Sigmar's people are under attack. Alria Swiftwind has arrived to one such battle in order to save a Stormbringer crusade from destruction. But with time running short, can she drive off a relentless Auric assault? So obviously going through the Stormbringer crusades. Stormbringer crusades push forward human settlers, and they move out with the army of righteousness and their kind of a righteous feeling that they are going to claim new lands, set up a new settlement, and a lot of these get attacked by Aurochs and yeah, fall afoul of them. Occasionally they win and they're able to set up these new lands and yeah, kind of stake their claim on new sections of land and such like. So yeah, really, really cool stuff, and it's pretty decent. It's a pretty good little story. I enjoyed the first part, and finally I can actually read the second part because I had forgotten about it. So pretty, really, really good stuff. And then eventually I will actually get around to reading part 3 of it, just because I haven't done that because I did wonder where part 2 was. So anyway, moving on. We get Life in the Mortal Realms. So if you want to learn more about your Mortal Realms history, obviously this is where you go and you lore for it. So the Mortal Realms are shaped by titanic conflicts between beings of incredible power. However, most who dwell in the realms are mere mortals with mortal concerns. Regardless of the gods who they swear allegiance, the people of the Mortal Realms live difficult lives defined by constant conflict. So obviously, while everybody kind of has a religion, well, or most people have a religion within the Mortal Realms, whether they are worshippers of Grungni, good old Grimnir, Sigmar, Nagash, Kurnoth, Alariel, or anyone like that, there is always going to be a bit of conflict. And these conflicts can take titanic scale. But you're going to have a bit of downtime in between that, so there is going to be need for farming, for more mundane tasks in life, and this is all what it's all about. So life in Mortal Realms can be dangerous, but it can also have its calmer moments as well. You get a bit more information about the different kind of forces, so the Crusaders of Orders, the Children of Chaos, and the Disciples of Death. Obviously really, really cool stuff as well, so pretty damn good. And then, because we've got our first bits of the Primal Lair kit, essentially, we have information for all of that. So we have all the roll results for invaluable resources and such like, and a bit of stats as well for them all as well. So pretty cool, not too bad, not too shabby, and yeah, pretty decent. After all, I'm genuinely kind of glad that I've kind of got it, and I'm kind of looking forward to getting painting on it as well, because that would be good fun. And then you got your how to build guide. How to build guide, obviously very, very straightforward to follow. A few parts to put together, but otherwise dead simple. You don't really have to do a lot. It will keep you going pretty easily, and yeah, away you go. Then you got your paint guide. So your paint guide's very, very different. You're using Cantor Blue and Corax White as your base colours for a lot of it. It's up to you if you wanted to do that. You can go with a lighter grey over the top, if you could go Wraithbone if you wanted to. If you go in the Cantor Blue route, that's genuinely how it would look towards the end. I personally disagree with it. I think, you know, grey tones look better, but that's my take on it. So yeah, it is what it is, but it's not too bad. Otherwise though, you had good old War Scrolls for Vindicators and Stormstrike Chariot as well for your Stormcast Eternals, as well as some examples of how cover works within good old in terms of your saves and stuff like that, should I say. I got distracted there. And then you got your Killer Boss War Scroll, Gut Ripper's War Scroll as well in here. But yeah, not too bad. And then your battle for the week. So week 16's battle was pretty straightforward, you know. Easy to do, have a bit of fun with it, you know, utilising the circle side of a map as well, which I genuinely don't like about circle side, but it was easier than utilising measurement tools and stuff like that. But yeah, pretty good. And obviously utilising your Knight Arcane and 5 Vindicators, Stormbringer Chariot going up against your Manskewer Bolt Boys, Gut Rippers and Killer Boss with his Stab Grot. And yeah, good fun, happy days, really good stuff. And that's it. So that was it for that issue. Obviously the issues after that, we've already done videos of those, so I'm not going to go through with what's coming with after that issue. But genuinely glad to finally have issue 16 in the collection, and I can finally get going with some terrain from Stormbringer magazine. It's taken its bloody time, hasn't it, really? But yeah, finally, so happy days. Now issue 25 I will get as soon as I can. Coming up though, next week the video will be delayed by a day, just due to my day job. The week after, the video will be delayed by a few days because I'm actually on holiday. So give us a bit of time. I will try to have some other videos in the meantime though, and we'll see what they are. But yeah, really good stuff. And finally, which is happy days. Anyway, thank you very much for watching once again, and finally issue 16 in the bag. Completely out of order and out of sync with everything else, but it is what it is. Moving on now, I will see you sometime soon. Bye bye now.